Okay, so for this deep dive, we're really getting into an issue of consumer transparency. Specifically, we're looking at the gap between how a high-tech product is advertised
Mm-hmm.
and what it actually takes to get its best features to work.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a bunch of sources here, all focused on one piece of gear, the Piodata 4K UHD Blu-ray burner.
Right.
And looking at the product listing, I mean, it sounds incredible. It says it can handle the highest resolution 4K UHD format. You know, it has all these professional specs like BDXL support, super high burning speeds. It really looks like the complete package.
It does.
But our sources show there's a really important lesson hidden deep in the fine print.
And what's so fascinating is that the hardware itself it's completely legitimate.
Cool, really? So it's not a shoddy product?
Not at all.
Yeah.
This drive is made by a company called VinPower Digital. They've been making professional-grade optical disc equipment since, like, the year 2000.
Okay.
So we're talking about quality hardware. It's great for what it's designed for, like burning massive amounts of data to 128-gigabyte BDXL discs. That part is real.
So if the hardware is professional quality, why advertise the big consumer features so heavily? The ability to, read and play 4K movies. That's what gets the average person interested.
And that is exactly where the transparency problem starts. The advertising uses this incredibly specific, probably lawyer-approved wording.
Oh.
It says the drive is able to play back 4K UHD movie content when using third-party compatible software.
Okay, so the first catch is right there.
Yep, the software you need. It is explicitly not included with the drive.
And I'm guessing that's just the start of it. That's where it gets really interesting for anyone trying to learn from this. The missing software is just the entry fee.
It is. To get the whole picture, you have to look at the encryption these movies use, which is called AACS 2.0.
Right.
And AACS 2.0 is, well, it's extremely restrictive copy protection. It basically treats your computer like a high-security vault, not a simple media player.
So the software you have to buy separately is just acting as a gatekeeper.
Exactly. Its main job is to run a really strict hardware checklist before it will even let the movie play.
And what's on that checklist?
Well, the sources detail it, and it's pretty intense. It's not just about the drive. Your entire PC needs something called Intel SGX support.
Which most computers don't just have, right?
Not unless you specifically built your system for it. The encryption basically doesn't trust your operating system, so it needs that hardware-level security.
Wow.
And then you also need an HDCP 2.2 compatible graphics card.
Which has to be connected to an HDCP 2.2 compatible monitor.
Precisely. It's a full chain of requirements. Even a brand new PC could fail these checks.
So you're basically caught in a system upgrade trap. You buy the drive thinking you're done, but suddenly you might need a new motherboard, a new graphics card, a new monitor.
Yeah.
You'll be talking about hundreds of dollars in extra unforeseen costs just to use the one feature advertised on the box.
This really raises a big question. Is this just poor communication, or is it, deliberately confusing?
That's hard to say.
The fact is, the hardware is excellent for its professional use case. But that 4K playback feature is locked behind this expensive, specialized ecosystem.
So for a lot of people, they've bought this high-end piece of equipment they can't actually use for the one reason they bought it.
Pretty much.
So what's the bottom line for the consumer here?
Well, if your goal is burning huge data archives to BDXL disks, the Piodata burner is a fantastic professional tool.
But for just casually watching 4K movies?
The sources all agree. A standalone 4K player is a much simpler, way less expensive, and a more reliable solution. It just works.
The core lesson here really is about critical thinking, isn't it? And applying it to system requirements.
It is. When you buy specialized hardware, you need to understand that you might be buying into a whole specialized ecosystem. The advertised feature is useless if the rest of your setup can't meet the security demands.
So a final thought for you to explore in this age of, tech specs being thrown at us constantly. How often do you really research the full system requirements to unlock that top-tier feature? And do you factor in those hidden ecosystem costs? It's worth questioning everything you read in that fine print.